Spoiler goes down. Spoiler goes up. Alright guys, Ryan with the Driven Channel. I'm here with Sherwin. He has brought his dad's Panamera 4S to Missouri to come visit because, now, what happened to your Golf-R?
Road debris, construction debris.
Road debris
yeah.
happened to his Golf-R. He was supposed to bring that and I was supposed to do a review on that next time he was in town. So, but anyway, Porsche is kind of goals for me. So the first chance I had to do a review on a Porsche was today, and I'm not going to turn down that opportunity. So let's get going here, and we'll get out on the road. Immediately I can tell I like the interior. I did an M6 review not very long ago, and this feels like it's more driver focused. Immediately I can see that, like, temperature switches are just right here at my right hand. I mean, everything just is right here for me. And, I mean, sorry about you over there, but...
You're good.
Where is the...
Parking brake?
Parking brake.
Under your...
Aha! Parking brake off. Do we have air conditioning? Totally run air conditioning all day long.
Yeah, just whatever temperature you want to set it at.
I dig cars with air conditioning. I'm
also
guessing this has cooled seats?
Yes, it does.
See, every time I get in a car with cooled seats, if you watch my videos, every time I turn them on because I freaking love cooled seats.
Yeah, you can also run them at the same time as the heated seats.
What?
Yeah.
What? Why is
like
that
a little?
thing?
It's like a little icy hot.
It's like you get your back problems, you get a little cool, you get a little hot, and you're all good. All right, how do I go into manual mode here?
Just kick it over.
Okay, so it's like the opposite of the Volkswagen type of thing. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. We're going to see you guys out here in just a second on Route E. So, okay, where am I seeing shift pedals on the front?
It's annoying. It can go both ways on either side.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
They do that for the non-sport chrono packages. They have these weird paddles.
Oh, that's going to take some real getting used to.
Yeah.
The Volkswagen when it's right there. And
yeah.
So what does this do on the back? Oh, that's a... Okay, so if I pop in on either side,
yeah,
it's in... Oh, it's a downshift.
Yeah.
And, oh, that's... Porsche, come on, man. Get that together. So that's a downshift. Yeah. And then that's an upshift. Man, I almost want to go into regular automatic mode now. That's just such a disappointment.
Yeah.
I guess I can get used to it. I guess when you drive it a little bit.
Yeah, it took me a good day to get familiar with it, because when I first got in, I was like, what the hell is this?
Especially when you're like totally used to being like, you know,
like plus and minus, yeah.
And this has got a 7-speed dual clutch transmission in it, right?
Yes, that's my favorite part about the car.
Yeah, aren't they putting a 7-speed in the new Mark 7.5 or Mark 8 Volkswagens?
Yeah. For the Golf-R gets it, but it's
not for the GTI.
Yeah, not for the GTI. It's gonna be a option, I think, an added option.
That's gonna be kind of cool.
Yeah. Although some people are saying it's not gonna be as strong as a 6-speed.
As far as what it'll hold power-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll suck. People blowing their transmissions up.
Yeah.
Going stage 2. Okay, so that's a knob for the radio.
Yeah, and if you push it in, it mutes it.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you're looking for the voice command, there is none in this car.
There's no voice command?
Nope, it's a $500 option.
It's a $500 option.
Is what my father told me, yes. I didn't verify it, so I'm just...
I love that. Okay, I'm figuring this thumb thing out. Not a fan of that, but I'm still figuring it out. Alright. The downshifts are nice. And actually, this thing shifts stupid fast.
Yeah, that's why I like the transmission. This is when I'm driving.
Stupid fast.
I just watch that, wait for it to shift.
Coming from a DSG owner, this thing, stupid. Well, your car is too. Jesus. Just like, you see the tech needle just go boom, boom, boom. That's nice. You know, when I first got in this seat, I thought it was a little hard.
Yeah.
But I can see how this would be comfortable for a long trip.
Yeah, when I drove it up here, it was really comfortable. But just getting in and out of it, kind of annoying. Just because Andrew was in it yesterday and he wasn't a fan getting out of it.
You should try getting in and out of a Z.
Oh, yeah. No, I know that's
Pain
horrible.
in the butt.
Yeah.
Alright. Upshifts there. Alright. Still gonna take some getting used.
You're good.
I'm not gonna go too crazy because it's a little wet, and also because I just recently paid a really expensive speeding ticket and I don't want another one.
Are they actually speed trapping in Colombia? Because I haven't seen any police patrolling.
No, they don't really care that much about it, but I was going too fast for them not to care.
Oh.
I was showing off for Zane. Shout out to Zane. And I won't say how fast I was going. I'll just say that it was fast enough to where there's no cop in the world that would ignore it. And I just did the opposite of the shift. Good brakes, though. Good brakes.
Yeah, no, I love the brakes.
Good brakes. Good brakes. I'm glad because I was not paying attention and didn't see that truck in time. All right. Man, that shift is nice. And I like that little pop of the exhaust. Pop. Oh. Okay. Porsche still goals. I can deal with this weird shifty thing.
Yeah.
Do you know if it's like that on the 911?
I would hope not.
I don't know. If I got a 911 right now, it'd be a 996 because it's the only one I can even remotely afford.
I don't think they're like that. I think it's just this one, the Panamera model lineup. But I don't know too much
Is that
about
because it's the Porsche for old guys?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You know, if I was an old guy, I'd love this car.
No, my dad loves it. We've had it for about 2 years now, and it's rarely driven because it just hit 8,000 miles.
8,000 miles? I just noticed that as you were saying that. I'm like, 8,000 miles. Okay. 2-year-old car. My 2015 has 35,000 miles.
Oh, wow. Right, my Golf, I mean, I got mine in October, and I'm already at almost 15,000
so
myself.
Drive it, drive it, drive it.
Yeah.
So what else does your dad drive whenever he doesn't drive this?
We have just another car, but that's my mom's. It's a ML350
Oh, okay.
Mercedes.
We just got done working on one of those at the shop I work at.
Oh, nice.
It was an incredibly huge ordeal.
They're pain in the ass.
So many special tools that we had to order.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because when I dropped it off to Blair Automotive for an oil change, they didn't have the tools needed, unfortunately, so they had to go and buy it from Mercedes, and it was just just a huge pain in the ass for a simple oil change.
Oh, I totally agree. We did a little bit more than what we did. A balance shaft.
Oh, God.
And new timing chain. And it was. I mean, it was a costly job.
Yeah.
If it was done at the Mercedes dealer, it would have
like 3 times more.
$10,000.
Yeah.
All right. We always get behind a slow car whenever I'm coming out here. Every time. It doesn't matter whether I'm videotaping or not. Every single time I get behind something that's just crawling along. Honda CR-V. Oh, and now, oh, great. Here we go. Okay. I feel like Nat Farah, and I just want to like pull off and like roll and sit there for a minute, and then, but there's not really a good place to do that. So I just slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up. I was behind I think it was an Oldsmobile Alero or something along those lines one day, and he was behind another car that was driving slow. And I kept like slowing down, and I'd hit a corner and I'd speed up and I'd catch right up to him. And then the other car turned off.
Yeah.
And this guy in the Oldsmobile Alero starts driving like a bat out of hell. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Obviously, I'm keeping up with him pretty well, but I'm like, wow, I'm playing with an Oldsmobile Alero out here. This guy's got balls. I mean, he was using that Oldsmobile Alero. He was flying. But that's not going to happen today. Because we're behind a trailer and a truck and a CRV. So I'm going to have to slow down if I want to do anything fun at all. And of course, I shifted the wrong button, Porsche. So I see we got turbocharger pressure and bar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I like that. I feel like in my mind I'm always trying to like convert that bar into PSI.
Yeah.
That's, you know, I'm from America, and that's how we do things in America.
Yeah. That's what Andrew was trying to do.
Was it
also
14 pounds-ish is one bar because it's one atmospheric pressure or something?
I have no idea how to convert it.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, and we caught up. That didn't take much. I find myself just using the right paddle and not using the left paddle. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because that's my predominant arm. I don't know, but just did it again. Porsche, fix this if you haven't already. Alright, here we go. Let's see what she does. Ooh, okay. I didn't shift fast enough. Jeez. I mean, I'm used to a tachometer that swings, but
yeah,
that actually, that was a little faster than I thought it would be. Like a big boat like this, it might take a little bit more to get going, but apparently 420 horsepower is enough. Now, so there's a GTS model of this.
Yes, I believe. Well, actually, I think there was a GTS model, but since this is the 970.2, I think this replaced it.
Okay, because I was reading about these cars earlier today.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I was going to be reviewing one, and so the GTS model has a naturally aspirated V8.
Yeah.
And it has 20 more horsepower than this.
Yeah.
What's the point? What's the point? This is what, a 3-liter
twin turbo.
Twin turbo with 420 horsepower, and it had like 440 horsepower. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. I think they were trying to break away from the V8 and maybe push it towards the turbo model so people would upgrade to that.
I get that, but why have that middle model? That just seems weird to me.
It's Porsche.
Porsche has an option for everything.
Yeah.
And what you were talking about earlier, the $500 voice control, that just seems, come on, Porsche.
Yeah.
Package things together.
Yeah, I wish they would package it.
Already owned by Volkswagen, be more Volkswagen-esque. Did you ever hear the story of Porsche and Volkswagen?
I have not.
Whenever Volkswagen acquired Porsche, basically because Porsche was attempting to acquire Volkswagen. Yeah.
So Volkswagen turned it around.
Volkswagen said, yeah, no, that's not going to happen, guys. You're ours now. Okay, so I just saw the Taurus in my rearview mirror, and for a split second thought, not today.
But for this 4S model, for the new facelift that they finally did, that was long overdue, they actually dropped this engine down to a 2.9 liter twin turbo V6.
Okay.
But I think now that one makes 440 something horsepower.
Right.
I don't know
because
the exact,
technology.
Yeah, I don't have the exact numbers, but.
And I would imagine one of these with a tune.
Yeah.
Would just be an absolute beast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not shabby at all without a tune. But man, I can imagine. I'm sure APR makes something for this.
I checked actually. Unfortunately, they don't.
They don't?
They said we're working on it, which is something that I've been told a lot by different companies, which is like leave us alone. But
right. But I mean, you've got the turbos.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is direct fuel injected.
Possible. It could be.
I don't know. I'll check my facts on that. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I mean, why not put a tune on something like this and just go destroy people? Because I'm sure that this with the tune would probably outdo the the actual Panamera turbo. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Possibly. I know they make a device that piggybacks the ECU, kind of like the old JB1, JB4
Okay.
type thing, but I think it only adds like 40 more horsepower.
Oh, well, that seems kind of weak.
Yeah, for like $300, it's not really worth it.
Now we got some open road. First time I've been flat out in this car. Holy sh! Gotta watch my language for the YouTube. Okay, so this car boogies.
Yeah. I think the factory 0 to 60 time was 4.5 seconds.
It's not slow.
Yeah. Which is what I think what my Golf-R was.
Ooh, this corner. You know, this thing's pretty comfortable too.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised by these kind of like high-end cars that, you know, they're able to take a corner and still like kind of float down the road. The technology that goes into them is pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd have fun if I had one of these. I don't know if I'd have a Panamera.
It's annoying to refuel.
How's that?
Costs about $70 to refuel.
Holy crap! How big is the tank?
26 gallons, I want to say.
Okay, that's pretty big.
But the good thing about it is,
tank.
yeah, driving all the way from Dallas up here, it made it all the way to Joplin on half a tank, which is nice.
What kind of fuel economy does that get?
23.2.
Oh.
Last I checked.
23.2.
Yeah, in the city
Now,
you get
do you
70.
check using the computer in the car?
Yeah,
or
just
do you
in the
do
car.
Okay. I always do the old calculation method. But even then, it's not always that accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep feeling like I need to downshift, upshift. Okay, that's a downshift. Whew.
Yeah, but it made it to Columbia on a full tank. So which was nice because with my Golf when I came up here in March.
Oh, tiny little gas tank.
Yeah.
What's the fuel size? Is it even smaller than the GTI? Or is it that like you get like 10, maybe 11 gallons?
My fuel economy right now is horrible. I get about 17 in my car.
And around town?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, is that just because you romp the crap out of it?
I romp it, and AC's always on full blast because it's summer
Yeah.
in Texas. Like, because when I was coming up here, the temperature was about 101.
Oh.
So it's not fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fuel economy is horrible. 'Cause I know some people in GTIs are getting like 40 in the city or something.
No.
And I'm like,
Don't let them lie to you. We don't get 40
Yeah.
in the city. I mean, I'm hard on my car, but I get 20.
yeah, well, you're lucky.
But on the highway though, on the highway is when it can get pretty freaking incredible.
Yeah, on the highway up from Missouri, I got, I'm trying to remember, I got, I think, close to 25. I had to refuel twice before I got to Columbia.
Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's okay. I mean, it definitely, you know, needs bags and wide bodies.
Well, yeah. I think this car already has a wide body in the rear. It's just,
All Porsches do.
yeah. I don't know. I've never found this car to be, you know, pretty. My dad loves it, but Andrew calls it a tadpole. We'll start with
Yeah,
that.
okay. You know, so from
It's
certain
unique.
angles, this car is a nice looking car.
Yeah, like the front's
So,
not the best looking part.
You gotta catch those angles though.
Yeah.
So if you look at this car kind of from the side and the front, yeah, you know, I can see the tadpole. I can see that. If you catch this car from like that rear 3/4, I think it looks nice and aggressive.
Yeah.
And you know, when a car has a nice fat ass, it's just, sorry, I
No, you're
promised
good.
myself that I wouldn't use the bad language on YouTube,
No,
but
you're okay.
you know, we can bleep that out or not. Who cares? Really, it's not like I'm getting money from YouTube anyway. But yeah, no, a car with that nice, and that's the one thing that I always love about Porsche is that rear, that fat butt.
Yeah.
And it's just, and like my wife's Z has kind of the same thing, and I catch myself like in the garage when I get out of my car, Just like staring longingly at her beautiful car and wishing that my car didn't just look like a box.
Swear back.
I mean, it's a cool looking box, but
Yeah. It's a fun box.
It's a very fun box. Which we can say about other boxes. Never mind, we're not going to go there.
Yeah, but you would think just because the car has just such a ginormous rear end and, you know, it has a big trunk. It doesn't.
Tiny little trunk.
Tiny little trunk.
I can see that. Alright, I think I've driven a fair amount on this road. We'll turn around up here. We can test the turning radius. We just gotta find the right driveway that looks like this car can make.
You can raise the front if you want. If you need to do that.
Plus, I don't like gravel. Oh, all these gravel driveways, people. Pave your driveways. Just so that I can turn around. Just for me.
You're gonna hate the turning radius on my Golf.
Is it bad?
It's god awful.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I just didn't know that there was that many differences. So later on, we're going to do a review of his Golf-R, and I'm going to tell you all the differences between a modified GTI and a significantly more modified Golf-R.
A lot of rattles.
Rattles!
Rattles.
All these things that I don't expect.
Well,
All right.
in my car, not this one.
No, yeah, that's what I meant. But
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's my fault because of all the race mounts I did with the
that turning radius, though.
Yeah, no, it's good.
That turning radius
It
on
is
this
a good
Porsche,
turning
though.
radius.
Holy crap! Okay.
For such a big car.
Yeah, jeez. I was gonna say, does this have four-wheel steer or something I don't know about? I don't think it does.
I don't think it does.
Wow, that was just impressive. Okay, so you've got like poly mounts and all that crap in your car then. I just did the spool and insert in mine,
Oh, nice.
which makes it gritty, but it's not terrible otherwise.
Are you thinking about changing the pucks? Your engine mount?
No. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with the way that is.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of just constant vibrations.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not race car life for me. It's daily driver life.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay, just when I thought I was getting used to the shifting. Yeah. Yeah, that's
The paddle is just weird. They want you to upgrade to the Sport Chrono package because that's when you get normal paddles.
Oh, that's when you get normal paddles. Really, Porsche?
You get normal paddles, and
Come
also,
on.
I don't want to divert your attention, but if you look at the steering wheel at the very top, you see there's a cutout up there.
Hang on. Let me get in a gear that's not going to scream. A cutout where?
Right up here.
Okay.
They have a little mount, and it says PDK on it.
That's it?
Yeah, I think it does something else. I think it may have shift lights, but I don't know because I haven't driven one to verify it. But
Well, this is a very nice steering wheel.
yeah.
And I dig how it's got the controls and the functions and this little thing right here that I just want to rub a little bit because maybe it'll rub some nicer German car off on my Volkswagen whenever I get back in it and kind of pout because I got to get back in that. It's the worst part about doing these reviews is you get in a freaking badass car and then you got to, you know, I love my car.
Yeah. Well, I like the interior a lot in the Golfs.
Yeah, it's like the seats are probably one of my favorite things,
Yeah.
actually. And people like to change their seats out for racing seats and stuff, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, no.
But why though?
I thought about because I was trying to find the Mark 6, the Euro Golf-R seats, and they're just extremely pricey.
Really?
Yeah, I think for a set, I was looking at $8,000.
Holy jeez.
That's if I want like the heated seat option and like the side airbag and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, you'd have to have that.
Yeah. And there's a lawnmower.
That's just perfect. That's perfect. All right, he's pulling around for us. That's nice. Hopefully not chucking gravel at us. All right, I'm not giving it full throttle, but no, I ain't. Oh, okay. Still, I didn't shift fast enough for the car. So I'm used to the Volkswagen where if I miss the shift, it's like, all right, I got you, bro. And it just shifts for you, you know?
Yeah. This
one's kind of like, no, I'm going to make you feel this for a second that you're an idiot.
Angry German.
Oh, Ferdinand Porsche. Coming back from the grave. Yeah, this thing puts you back in the seat pretty good, though.
Yeah.
I enjoy this. Okay. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I don't care because I'm driving a Porsche and you're not. And if you were driving a Porsche, you would make a longer video too. So suck it up. If I lose viewers for that, it's whatever. It's fine. It's not like I have that many subscribers. Although all of the 100 and at the time of this filming, like 130, 140-ish that I do have. Thank you very much. Giant bird up ahead here. What the hell? Okay, let's not hit him.
Like a turkey?
I don't know what that was, but it had a wingspan that was as wide as this car. Yeah, I still have yet to get this car unstuck in a corner. And that's good, because when I drive this car, or drive my car on this road, I've gotten it a little squirrely a few times. I imagine this has some pretty wide tires, though.
Yeah, I think 245 in the front, I think, and 275 in the rear.
Yeah, it's the 275 in the rear that really keeps it stuck.
Yeah.
The Z has something similar. I think it's the same, actually. 245 up front and 275 in the rear, and I can't get it unstuck on this road. That car's way faster in the corners than my driving ability or ball size will allow for me to get unstuck. I'm not a drifter. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. Love JDM stuff, but nah, I'm not gonna try and drift my wife's daily driver. I say that daily driver, she hardly ever drives it.
She just drives the Toyota?
She drives a Fiat.
Oh.
And I am one of these days gonna get the chance to do a review on that if she ever lets me freaking drive that. But she has a Fiat 500e electric car.
I think I saw that.
Love that little car, but I have not had the chance to do a review on it. Nor the Z, actually, really. I'm gonna have to talk to her about that.
How long have you had the Fiat?
I don't know, probably 6 months or so, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she used to work in Jeff City.
Oh, okay.
And so she had to commute, and that's actually why she was driving the GTI at the time. And then she got this new job, and she was like, well, you know, I love 370Zs. My wife was not a car person whenever I met her. She drove a Ford Taurus. But when I kind of started taking her to places, and she started to see the stuff that she liked, like, you know, I wish sometimes that I could do that as an enthusiast, is just kind of go back to, you know, like, before you even really knew what things were, just look at cars and be like, well, that seems cool, I like that, and then just, you know, buy that or make that your thing, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you know, she saw a 370Z at, I believe it was the Chicago Auto Show, and she kind of fell in love with it. And so the first chance she got to actually kind of buy her dream car, she did. So
that's good.
It's good. We don't share money, so she can do whatever she wants with hers. But she didn't want to take it to her new job and park it, which I don't blame her for.
Yeah.
So she got another car just to drive as a daily, and that's the little Fiat 500, the little electric car, which she actually almost enjoys driving that more than her Z.
How has it held up so far in terms of reliability? Because I know those Fiat doesn't get like a good.
No, Fiat does not at all. And if it was a gasoline-powered one, I would have probably steered her away. Just given the fact that we've worked on a bunch of them in the shop.
Yeah.
And we had to do like head work to one at like 40,000 miles. I mean, it was like just outside. It might have been 50, whatever. It was like just outside of the factory warranty. and we had to like take the cylinder head off and like replace valves and stuff, and it was bad. But no, electric, it's literally like almost no maintenance.
Well, that's good.
And the only thing that it did lay down on her one time. And that is because the battery went bad. Not the electric car battery, not the big bad battery, the regular old 12-volt battery that you can buy at any O'Reilly's or Napa, in case you're listening. Andrew. Literally, you can buy that battery anywhere. And so she calls me up and she goes, Ryan, my battery, there's some light on that says something about a battery. And I'm like, this is just after she got it. I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, no way, the freaking, because the big battery, and that's like,
yeah, it's expensive.
Way more than she paid for the car.
Oh.
And so I'm like, this is crap, you know. And so I go out there and I bring jumper cables just in case it's the 12-volt battery. And it says 12-volt battery in op or some crap on the screen. And so I learned that day how to jump start an electric car. And I found out that it's just like jump starting a regular car. Because all you do is hook the battery cables up and then start the engine. So what a 12-volt battery does in an electric car is just controls the like computers that allow the big batteries to do their job. It actually doesn't have a charging system, no alternator. It siphons power off of the big
brakes?
battery into it siphons power from the actual big battery into the little battery, and that's how it charges. It's complicated, but
yeah,
anyway.
I wouldn't want to work on one if it broke.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of interested. I mean, I don't want to pay the bill, but
well, yeah,
it's her car, so. Behind a Civic, so sorry Civic guys, but we're going really slow. Maybe he's doing his best.
Yeah.
This is probably top speed.
Riding on brakes.
Well, yeah, why not? Because 47 miles an hour is too fast.
Yeah.
Oh, that corner. Whew. Truck there. That'd be a thing for Toyotas.
Yeah.
Drives.
And before I got my Golf-R, I had a TRD Pro 4Runner on order.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I remember reading some post you put up about how you pulled up next to a 4Runner full of screaming kids, and you were like, nah, bruh.
I was like, I can't do that. Can't do that. But then I saw that same model that I had on order yesterday. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
Yeah, they are pretty. Because the color I chose was cement.
Mm-hmm. I know which color you're talking about.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, my God. But at the time, that car wouldn't have gotten here till around May.
Really?
Yeah. Because when I ordered it, it was around August, where they stopped taking pre-orders for the 2016 model year. So I would have to wait for the 2017 TRD Pro or pay all the markups that were going around for them. Because I found there was one in McKinney near Dallas. They wanted 50 grand for it.
Really?
Yeah, and they were charging it because it was the color was quicksand. That's why they were doing the markup, because that color is so rare.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, but I'm like, but it's sold.
Don't pay dealer markup on a Toyota. Yeah. Just like the new Civic Type R. Come on, people.
60 grand.
$60,000?
Yeah.
No, don't do that. For one thing, those things are gonna crash in 2 years.
Didn't one already crash as soon as you bought it?
Well, I don't mean literally crash. I mean the actual value on those things is just gonna go.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm sorry, it's not that rare of a car.
It's a Civic at the end of the day.
It's a Civic still, and people still know that it's a Civic, and it's still worth what a Civic's worth. Yeah. Sorry. No disrespect to the Civics. The Type R is a cool car. Kinda.
I like the seats in it. That's about it.
Yeah.
I can't do the look. The look is just.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of going with that. Is
like three exhaust tips.
Yeah.
And the car is awfully more quiet than this one.
Let's just face it. The factory went full ricer.
Yeah.
They went full on ricer. And if anyone out there has a new Type R and they want me to review it and they want to prove me wrong, please do, because I'd be glad to do that. But in the meantime, that's just full on ricer. I do remember when the Mugen Civic, is that how you pronounce it?
I think I don't know myself. So
anyway,
I'll agree with you.
Yeah, well, whatever. Somebody in the comment section will definitely, if anyone watches the video, will definitely correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember when they came out and they were like $30,000, and I was like, nah, $30,000 for a Civic? Nah. They sold all of those.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's just selling
Civic fanboys are friggin' crazy.
Yeah.
And apparently some of them have money now.
I mean,
you dropping 50 grand on a Civic, you gotta have some money.
Yeah, I've got a buddy in Dallas. He actually has one pre-ordered.
Really?
Yeah, but the dealership there only marked it up $4 grand. It's still, I still wouldn't pay it. I mean, but still.
Yeah, I just have a problem with paying over sticker price for anything, because there's a certain amount of money that dealers do just make.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
At sticker price.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a problem buying a car at sticker price. I've never bought a car at sticker price, but I'm also kind of a hardcore negotiator when it comes in there, and car dealers hate me. Except for Will Dotson at Pre-Owned of Columbia. He likes me because we did some videos together. Shout out to you, Will. Anyway, you'd probably hate me if I was buying a car.
I mean, no, I wouldn't hate you. I mean, you're getting your money's value.
Yeah, and it's
your
the way
money at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Work hard for it.
And the way I look at it is, Mark 6 GTI. Sorry.
They're good.
Car distractions is what I call those. But no, the way I look at it is like this: like, if the dealer can make a little money and I could save a little money, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I kind of wish? I kind of wish, and I've always had this thought, that every dealership went and did the thing that CarMax does.
Yeah.
You know, where they have just set price.
Yeah,
this is the price. It's less than Kelley Blue Book, so you're getting a little bit of savings at the same time. And then car sales becomes about customer service and not about who can take you for the most money.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's what I believe. But all right, we are pulling back into the Mizal here in this bad Porsche. You know what's funny is, I kind of thought that people would be like staring at this car and being like, "Oh, look at that! Ah, yeah. Porsche! But no.
No, I think it's the color.
Maybe it is.
And it's all because it's not a very pretty sight to some people.
Yeah.
Maybe if we go to like park by a nursing home, they might get attracted to it. But you can't.
Old guy joke.
You can't cruise down campus.
Your dad's gonna be pissed that you said that.
Probably, but
he's gonna be like, "Oh, you want to borrow my car again? Screw you. Borrow the NL if you want to drive to Missouri."
Oh, next time I'll bring my car. I need it back.
Yes, you do. I totally understand that. All right, Sherwin, I very much appreciate you coming out here and doing this. And I know you said the car was dirty and you're worried about it, but don't worry about it. I mean, it rained today, so everyone's freaking car's dirty, especially my black car. Black cars, don't ever buy a black car.
Oh, no, trust me. I've had 2 black cars, and they're just a pain.
I mean,
especially
black cars matter.
Season.
Black cars matter, but they're a pain in the ass to keep clean.
Yeah.
All right, so I appreciate you coming out here
and
sharing your father's car with me. And Sherwin's dad, also, thank you very much, because this car is awesome, and I don't care what he says. I think it's nice looking. Ish. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one, guys.